All right, guys, here we go. We are back at it. This is gonna be season 3 of our ammo testing. So we did actually have to take a little bit of a break just due to the crazy heat waves and fire restrictions going on here in Arizona. As of now, all that stuff has lifted, so we're able to get back out there. So definitely a good thing. Very excited for this season. Should definitely be a fun one. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and let's get started. Here we go, guys. So for our first one, we are gonna be testing out some 357 Sig. This one is actually the very first production round available for this caliber. It is our Federal Premium 125 grain jacketed hollow point. There's what that thing looks like. It does have your nickel plated brass and is rated at 1,350 feet per second. So we are actually be testing it out of our new Sig P229. That one is the very first production handgun made for this awesome caliber as well. So it should definitely be a pretty fun test, nice old school test. So we'll be going through our gel. That is a 10% block. Do over a catch block behind that, so a total of 22 inches of gel. Our 4 layers of cotton t-shirt on the front. Like always, we'll set up our chronograph so we can hopefully pick up those impact velocities. So let's set up and see how this round does. All right, we're setting back to 15 feet. All right, so what we're actually going to do on this one is we're going to flip the block and we're going to put a second shot into it. Before that, I will actually show the velocity on that one. That one was 1376, so definitely not too bad. So like I said, we're going to set up, put that second shot in. All right, we're still back to 15 feet. All right, let's check those out. Now we can check them out and see how we did. So our impact velocity on that one was, actually it just disappeared. It was 1361, so definitely very close to what that last one was. Let me bring it back up. There we go, 1361. So not too bad at all, very consistent actually. All right, so let's check these things out. So I'm gonna try to do it without making it too confusing. So what we actually did on the second shot was we flipped it. So here's the first shot. Reason I flipped it is so this side could be on this side and we can have the same you know, angle for the camera, just that consistency. But anyway, so our first shot is here, and then what we did was we flipped the block, which is what I'm gonna do now. And here was that second shot on the left. So first one, second one. So that's kind of the way that we're gonna look at them. So hopefully, you know, doesn't confuse too many people. So here is that first shot, looking definitely very good. And here's that second one. So we're gonna get a measurement on this first one from our widest angle. Like always, we'll cut these open later just so we can get our more accurate cross-section measurements. But so far we are right at about 2 1/8 inches on that stretch. And then on the second shot, let's see, we are literally exactly the same. So super consistent on those. Looks like they both did go through that first one, and then they did make it into that second block. So like I said, we are going to check this first one out, and then we will check out the second one. So here is that first one once again. Like I said, it was 2 1/4. We did make it pretty far. Nice wide stretch cavity, dumping a ton of energy. You can see it did settle down just a little bit towards the end, and is that round there on the top. So hopefully you guys can see that. And here is that second shot. This one we actually are going to get a kind of a side view. We're not going to do that on both of them just because it takes up a little bit more time. But as you can see, came in, opened up really nicely, dumping quite a bit of energy. And then this one was actually the one on the top. So like I said, it is a little bit confusing. Hopefully you guys are getting it. So here we are from the side. Nice wide stretch. You can see it came in. Doesn't look like it's dumping any material, which is definitely very good. carrying that energy most of the way until about that last inch or so, and then it did start to settle down. So let's see at our widest side here, or widest measurement from the side. Let's see, this one is actually about 2 3/4, so a little bit more from the side than the top, which is usually pretty typical. But we can check out that first round. It is that one on the bottom, did make it pretty far. So at our leading edge, we are at 13, just under 13.5. So that made it 14.5 inches of total penetration. And then that second one, looks like we did get a little bit more penetration. That one made it 5.5, so that's 16.5 inches of total penetration. So not the most consistent, you know, with the penetration, but man, those wound tracks are definitely super consistent. Sorry, I keep repeating myself, but that's all. It's all the only way I can really explain it. But anyways, we'll check these out one more time from the top. So like I said, first shot and our second shot. And then you can see those rounds resting down in that second block. So not too bad. So let's pull those things and see what they look like. All right, guys, check these things out. Looks like they both got some pretty awesome expansion. So like I did say, the one on the right was the first shot, and the one on the left was the second shot, both same exact round. So there is that first shot. Got some nice mushrooming on that. Very picture perfect on that. Peeled those petals right back. Looks like there's a little bit of that gel still stuffed in there, but we will rinse that out here at the end. But definitely not too bad at all. Very, very consistent mushrooming. And here is that second round. This one actually has a little bit of cotton t-shirt stuff down that hollow point cavity, but pretty much exactly the same. It actually, I guess not the same. It's not as wide as that first one, but definitely still pretty good. So like I said, I will rinse these out and show all that stuff here at the end, but not too bad. So let's check them out one time from the bottom. So there's that first shot, here is that second shot, and last time from the top. So once again, guys, I am going to get our you know, still shot, slow-mo, all that stuff at the end, all our measurements and everything. But there we go. That one was 357 Sig, bringing it back old school to 1994 when all this stuff first happened. There we go, guys. Thanks for watching. All right, so there's those cross sections for both of those 357 Sig rounds. So the ones on the bottom are the first shot, the ones on the top are the second shot. I literally just cut it and then filleted it, you know, folded it right over. So here is that first shot. You can see nice big splitting going on, pretty big cuts, looking really good. I did remeasure that. It were right at 3 1/4 inches. And here is that top. Same thing with that one. Really nice star pattern going on so far. Same with that side. This one I measured at 2 3/4 inches, so definitely a little bit less, but you know, they both got quite a bit of damage. And then here is, you know, after being lit up, here's that first shot, which is actually both of those, and then the second shot, like I said, I did just fold that over, but looking pretty darn good, man. Quite a bit of damage, and definitely really good to see. So let's cut these tracks open. All right, so here's after being cut. So this bottom is the right side, this top is the left, and this is the first track. So you can see as soon as that thing came in, or at that 1/4 inch mark, started to open up really nicely. You can see some really big splits going on. Check those cuts out, man. There's quite a bit of damage going on. You can see a little bit of fabric in there. Not too much, but definitely brought some in. And it looked like that round held together because I don't see any fragmentation, so definitely good to see. But man, those are some pretty big splits. So here is that top. Same thing on that one, came in. You can see that nice path going through. And same on this side. Nice deep channel, really big splitting and cuts going through. Definitely very impressive. Let me do this angle just so you guys can see how kind of deep those cuts are. So that round was definitely pretty impressive, and it was moving out pretty good too, over advertised, so always good to see there. So let's check out that second track. All right, and here's after cutting that second track. So this bottom is the right side and this top is the left. I'm going to put some light just so we can hopefully see it a little bit better. Just trying new things, guys, so you know, bear with me here. But anyway, so here is that entry on that first one. Came in, opened up, same as that last one. You can see a ton of that cotton t-shirt down in there, hopefully. But yeah, definitely quite a bit of damage. Really, really big splits going on. And very impressive. So same on that top. You can see it came in, opened up. Nice path. And same thing, man. Just dumping a lot of energy. It looks like there's a little bit of black fabric. That is because I marked that t-shirt with a Sharpie, and I actually did hit it. So that's why that's down in there. But quite a bit of damage. Pretty darn impressive for sure. There we go, one more angle. And last time, but there we go, guys. That one was that 125 grain Federal Premium, and that one was their personal protection, and the very first round created for that 357 SIG. There we go. Thanks for watching, guys.